No matter the age of the cruiser, there are tons of things to do while on board Royal Caribbean's Anthem of the Seas. Launched in 2015, Anthem of the Seas was the second of 5 Quantum-class cruise ships currently being operated by Royal Caribbean International. Today, we are going to take a look at the different activity and entertainment options found on board this beautiful ship. Anthem of the Seas, along with all of the other Quantum-class cruise ships, have a very unique activity on board called the North Star. The North Star is a very popular activity on board Anthem. It is an observation capsule that rises from the pool deck to 300 feet above sea level to provide 360-degree views of the ship at sea or in port. The North Star is complimentary on most sailings while the ship is in port and comes with a fee of around $30 per person when the ship is at sea. To book this experience, you will have to use the Royal Caribbean app. The North Star is weather dependent, and if it is too windy or rainy, it will likely not be operating. Another activity that is only offered on Anthem as well as Quantum-class cruise ships is Ripcord by iFly, an indoor skydiving simulator. Normally, Ripcord is complimentary on board the majority of sailings. However, there is a longer flight option that is an additional fee. Anyone participating must be at least 3 years of age and weigh less than 230 pounds if you are under 6 feet tall and 250 pounds if you're over 6 foot. Now, I cannot say that I would allow my 3-year-old to participate in this activity, but that's just me. Regardless, Ripcord by iFly is a very unique opportunity to experience while on board. Found just below Ripcord is a Royal Caribbean classic, which is Flowrider. Every new Royal Caribbean ship since Freedom of the Seas back in 2006 has had Flowrider installed, and older ships have been retrofitted to have Flowrider installed as well. Each session offered on board will either be stand-up, lay-down, or a private session for an additional cost. Royal Caribbean also offers these lessons. To ride on Flowrider, guests must be a minimum of 52 inches tall to lay down and 58 inches tall to stand up. The CLEX is a hive of activity throughout your entire cruise. During the day, it is common to see complimentary dance and exercise classes available, as well as basketball, pickleball, soccer, roller skating, and volleyball. There is also age-specific times for some of the sport activities to allow the younger sailors to play with kids their own age, whether they are 10 or 16. One of the most popular activities at the CLEX are bumper cars. Anthem of the Seas has select times throughout the cruise for bumper cars. There is no reservation system for bumper cars, and since this is a very popular activity, be sure to get to the CLEX early to get in line. Another highly sought after activity on Anthem inside of the CLEX is laser tag. The crew blows up a huge inflatable course, and guests battle their way to the top. Unlike bumper cars, you have to reserve laser tag on the Royal Caribbean app ahead of the time you want to play for your party to join in. Another unique activity in the CLEX is Circus School, where guests can try their best acrobatic skills on flying trapeze. Guests have to be at least 6 years of age to participate. On the upper level of the CLEX, there is an arcade, as well as areas for activities like video games and table tennis, not to mention the paid arcade towards the front of the CLEX. Just outside of the CLEX, and next to Gigi the Giraffe, is the rock climbing wall, which has been a staple on every Royal Caribbean cruise ship. To climb, travelers must be 6 years of age and wear shorts or pants along with closed-toed shoes. skirts and flip-flops are not allowed when climbing on the rock wall. The pool deck on Anthem of the Seas has 4 main areas: an outdoor pool, indoor pool, kids splash area, and an adults-only solarium overlooking the bow, similar to Oasis-class solariums. This is a space for guests 16 and older. The solarium on Anthem of the Seas is totally enclosed with a see-through sunroof. It features hot tubs, a multi-level pool, and plenty of seating opportunities. The kids area at the pool is the older H2O zone on Anthem of the Seas, whereas Ovation, Spectrum, and Odyssey of the Seas have the upgraded Splash Away Bay. The H2O zone is more of a splash pad area with water sprayers. If the pool deck is too much commotion for you on your cruise, 270 may be the perfect place for you during the day. Below deck, 270 is an entertainment venue unique to Quantum-class ships, with floor-to-ceiling windows spanning 270 degrees, hence the name. 270 offers a unique view of the ship's aft. 270 is open to guests throughout the day and can be a great place on board to relax, and even has a library on the second level of this venue. 270 features technology in all of its performances, with 6 television screens that can be programmed to move in many directions. 270 even hosts some virtual concerts with performers on the screen instead of in person. A fun activity to try on Quantum-class ships, including Anthem, is Expedition 270. Inside of the Royal Caribbean app, guests can participate in a scavenger hunt inside of 270. On the opposite end of the ship, you find the Royal Feeder, where during certain times of the day, there are activities like game shows and bingo taking place. However, sometimes throughout the day, the feeder is closed for rehearsal or other technical testing. The nightlife of the ship sees a flurry of activity in the Royal Feeder with the nightly shows. If mom and dad want an evening to themselves, or if your kids are like mine and want to spend the whole day in the kids club, there is always that option. There are several groups of Adventure Ocean to keep the kids in the same age range together. There is also a room just for teens called the living room, which is in a separate area of the ship from the main Adventure Ocean rooms. Adventure Ocean keeps the kids entertained for hours, and if your kids are like my son, they will want to spend the majority of their time here. While the kids are busy in Adventure Ocean, one option is taking a spa day and getting a facial or massage or whatever treatment you so desire. If music is what you are looking for, then you came to the right place. During almost any time of the day, you will be able to find some sort of live music while on board. Whether a cover band in the music hall, piano in the schooner bar, acoustic guitar in the pub, or Latin in boleros, there is almost every option to be found while on board. All Quantum-class cruise ships have the Bionic Bar. Bionic Bar is a venue where robot bartenders mix your favorite drinks. Guests can create custom drinks using an iPad ordering system or choose from a menu of featured drinks. Even though it is technically a bar, kids are allowed to be present. While on board, I even saw a dad pulling a great dad prank and making his younger kids think he was using mind control to make the robotic arms move. Now that we have covered what there is to do while on board Anthem of the Seas, I would like to give you some hidden secrets about this beautiful ship. Inside of the solarium, there are bridge wings that hang over the side of the ship, which are a fantastic viewing area for sail arrays. If it is too windy though, they will lock the doors. Inside of the solarium as well is the Solarium Bistro. which is a Mediterranean-inspired restaurant, which is usually less crowded than other dining venues on board. Lastly, between decks 13 and 14, there is a glass floor that looks 9 decks down onto the Royal Esplanade. So if your significant other is afraid of heights, this could be a fun time to prank them on this one. That wraps up this guide of things to do while on board Royal Caribbean's Anthem of the Seas. If you would like to know more about the different classes of ships Royal Caribbean operates, and which one would be best for you on your next cruise, be sure to watch this video next.